Hi everybody and welcome to our assembly once again, our worship time. It's great to be here with you once more. Well, there's only two more assemblies, this one and then one more before we break up for Christmas. Absolutely right. Fantastic. Who's looking forward to Christmas? Yeah, me too. So I thought we might have some fun as we think about the Christmas story, because I know that you all know the story already. You've heard it many times about Mary and Joseph and the baby Jesus. So I thought, well, why don't we have some fun telling the story again, but have some fun doing it? So this week we're going to have the chocolate nativity. Well, it's got a few sweets in it as well, but it's nearly always all chocolate. So it's called the chocolate nativity. And what I want you to do while you listen to this is when the pictures come up on the screen of all the different chocolate bars, I want you to shout them out. Okay? And we'll see how we get on with the story. There's lots of them. So are you ready? I'm going to tell you the story in chocolate. A long time ago in Nazareth, there was a young girl called Mary who heard a whisper from the angel Gabriel that she had to be the mother of God's son. The angel wondered if Malteser might ease her fear. Yeah, some of them don't quite fit, but we'll squeeze them in somehow. Don't be scared, he said. You're going to have a son and you will call him Jesus. Mary had to tell Joseph, but it was okay because you couldn't hope to meet a kinder man. He was a real hero and didn't chomp at the news. But he knew it would be no picnic convincing everyone else that it was okay. Then, when Mary was due to give birth, she and Joseph had to go to Bethlehem, but they didn't have two buttons to rub together. So they travelled by donkey, which was slow and uncomfortable on the rocky roads, and Joseph hoped Mary wouldn't flake out. You're doing really well, everybody. Once in Bethlehem, they tried to find somewhere to stay, but it was very busy because there were all sorts of people in town for the census, and every room in all the clubs and hotels were full, and there was nowhere to stay, not even on Quality Street. They were in a bit of a twirl about what to do, but eventually they found a dry place in a stable where Jesus was born, and they laid him in a manger. That night, after 8, some shepherds who were watching their sheep saw what they thought was a bright star burst into song. Told you some of them didn't quite fit. They were angels, singing of the joy they were feeling at the birth of the new baby. They told the shepherds the great news, and the shepherds went to see for themselves, because they too wanted to revel in the fun. They found Joseph and Mary with the baby lying in a manger. Could this be the special king everyone was waiting for, who would help them to break away from the Romans? Meanwhile, far away, wise men searching the galaxy saw a bright magic star near the Milky Way. Was it Mars? No, these Smarty guys knew it meant the birth of a king. They packed their bags and set off like travelling minstrels to find this baby they had waited so long to see. They travelled on their camels. Somebody got it, hooray! They travelled on their camels to Herod's palace. When Herod heard the news, he tried to fudge the issue by telling the wise men that he too wanted to worship this baby. But the wise men saw Herod ruffle as he said it, and so they wondered if he was being truthful. They set out once again and eventually found the baby Jesus, and they offered him their bounty of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Later, God warned them Herod was up to his old tricks again, wanting to kill Jesus. So they travelled back another way, filled with the joy of having seen the baby and ready for the great celebrations that would follow. That was brilliant. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I love telling it like that. Makes you think about all the chocolate that you like, all the sweets that you might get at Christmas, doesn't it? Because we have to remember that Christmas is about having fun and eating lots of things, and it's about being with family and enjoying yourself. But really, Christmas is all about the birth of Jesus Christ, isn't it? So on Christmas Day, when you are eating your chocolate bars, maybe, just maybe, the story we've just told will come to your mind as you eat a chomp, or as you eat a picnic or a bag of buttons. Maybe you'll think about the story we've just told. So I think what we're going to do now is to say a little prayer to say thank you to God for Jesus. And we do that by saying the prayer that Jesus taught us, don't we? And that is the Lord's Prayer. So let's say the Lord's Prayer together. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For the kingdom, the power, and the glory are yours, now and forever. Amen. Amen. So now we're going to sing. And if you remember, I didn't do one last week, did I? I had a week off. I had some time off work. So I had a week off, so we didn't have an assembly last week. But the week before, I said we would sing this same song again to see if we can remember it. So we're going to sing It Was on a Starry Night using Makaton, so that you don't have to sing words, you can sing it using your hands. So let's sign and sing It Was on a Starry Night.
It was on a starry night when the hills were bright. Earth lay sleeping, sleeping calm and still. And in a castle shed, in a manger bed, a boy was born, King of all the world. And all the angels sang for him, the bells of heaven rang for him, for a boy was born, King of all the world. And all the angels sang for him, the bells of heaven rang for him, for a boy was born, King of all the world. Soon the shepherds came that way, where the
Fantastic. Well, I think you got more of the signs right this time, didn't you? I know I did. I've been practicing and it's been good. So we got more of the signs right. So maybe next week we'll be able to get them all right. Who knows? So have a fantastic week this week. And I will see you all again for the last one of this this term. I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody. Bye.